नमस्कार सम्पूर्णमा यहाँहरूलाई बाह्रखरी टिभीमा स्वागत छ। आज हामीसँग एकजना यस्तो व्यक्तित्व हुनुहुन्छ जसलाई नेपाली फुटबल पछ्याउनेहरूमाझ सायदै परिचयको आवश्यकता पर्छ। उहाँ हुनुहुन्छ नेपाली राष्ट्रिय फुटबल टिमका मुख्य प्रशिक्षक भिन्सेन्जो अल्बर्टो एनेस। वेलकम कोच।
Namaste to everybody. Really thank you for your invite. You was so kind, and I hope to satisfy yourself in all your request and question.
Okay, how are you, coach? How do you feel here?
I feel more grateful that you invite me. Many interview I refuse, so if you accept it because you are humble guys, and I believe we can make a great interview.
How is your stay going here in Nepal?
So far, I feel very comfortable. To me personally, the federation give me everything that I need, and don't let me stay in like all the time we organize a meeting, and it's important for me that we are linked with the right professional people around the football federation and environment. I think personally Kathmandu, because I don't go outside the Kathmandu till now, it look great city for me. Nepal people, and special Kathmandu person that are so educated that it's take me so much respect for them, and I give a lot importance on this. I feeling so comfortable to speak with Nepalese players and people around football and outside the football, and I will enjoy more if you have time to visit outside Kathmandu.
Do you miss Italy in here?
Well, for sure I miss Italy, because in this period I don't go back to Italy. In the last 3 years I was focused on only football, and yes, for sure I miss my sister, I miss Italy, and Italy. I miss also Italian food. That is one of privilege that we have in our country, but job for me is everything, and I'm full in football, and I'm full for Nepali football.
Are you missing Italian pizza here?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm in love with Italy pizza. Each Italian, I think, is in love with Italy pizza. But in Kathmandu, there is a lot quality food and a lot variation food. I love momo, chicken momo that they do here, and I enjoy Nepali food. It's totally less spicy than India food, and I think it's pretty good.
So coach, recently the SAF championship ended. The India team won title 9th time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sadly we cannot make spot in semi-finals.
Yeah.
What is your overall experience on SAF championship?
Well, congratulations first of all for India and Indian Football Federation, Indian players, and also Igor Stimac, the coach, and the staff. They have done so well in this period, because they have won 3 consecutive international trophy. And they have organized all these trophy and tournament only for progressing all football in India. I think we can say also little country, all country nearby India, they collaborate for developing of the Indian football. Because when India win, when one big country win, I don't say that we need to be grateful for the win, but we can expect also some progress in Nepali football. As I make one example, if I'm no mistake, the next Duran Cup. It will be happen with some Nepali team in September, October. Now we don't know the date, and this is can make a big progression of also for Nepal. And I believe that if we have one good administration in football league, we can get a better result. Administration in football league, I don't speak about organization, but I speak about investment in private people that can invest in the football. If you see very well, the Football Federation of India work well because there are a lot of sponsorship involved, and this can be a bit missing in Nepali football. I'm happy for India because I was like 2-3 years in Indian football. As a coach and in the team, so I am only happy for the player for all. But about Nepali football, I also happy for our performance that we have done in South Championship because it was my first international great tournament Asia tournament that I have done. With Nepal, and in India especially, that was my last country that I was working the last 3 years, and without a date of preparation, without any date of preparation, 2-3 days before to do the international friendly game in Philippines, then we from Philippines directly to India. We have done amazing job. The guys, they structurate themselves to enter in this big competition where it's no easy for no one country face a team like Kuwait, like India, and like Pakistan. Pakistan also amazing country where the developing of many people, many players come from abroad. Many players play in even in England, Premier League, and Aston Villa is many players that come from Greece, Premier League, from Denmark. I think we have done so great.
So, what was your realistic expectation on SAF Championship? Did the player deliver as your expectation?
My realistic is always to win. If we play even versus Real Madrid, versus Italy, versus Brazil, it's always to win. Why? Because I born a winner. I don't really care about the opponent. As we face, of course, we know very well that in our group stage was too big country as Kuwait and India. Kuwait, okay, they have I think 146, 45, I don't remember, ranking FIFA, but his ranking is just a number. They have amazing quality team. India, because of many reasons, it's for sure right now one of Asian big country where football is going up and up, and I think it's a new country where everybody must be attention. Also big country like Korea, Australia, and Japan, China, because India right now, especially ISL, it's reached some improvising level where maybe 3 years back, where was COVID, we don't have a lot maybe infrastructure, or we don't have a lot foreigner coach in ISL. But right now, each ISL team, because I was till February in ISL team, They have an amazing number of coaching, international coach, of match analysis coach, of goalkeeper coach, of physical coach, of UEFA Pro coach in academy, UEFA Pro coach in the second team, UEFA Pro coach in the senior team, that create Indian national team as a high level, as I explained. I think Nepal football miss about foreigner coach and miss about all these figure that can let Nepali football and players developing. In Nepal League is a reality to say, it's a sad to say. When I watch some training ground of team, in many time they don't make even warm up. Him coach the players make warm up. In many team they don't have goalkeeper coach. In many team, I think in all team they don't know what is physical coach and match analysis coach. We don't have actually we don't have a stat and we don't have some program, match analysis program for developing the football that can be a great investment for Nepal football. So we miss also match analysis coach and many of coach. I think they don't have a UEFA Pro license. Some coach have a B license or a license take from Asia. And so I think we need improve more UEFA Pro coach in Nepali football. This I think it's can be I make all this reasonment for express myself that the level that we are and the level that Nepal football can reach in the future.
Okay, in terms of the team's quality, in SAF championship we were in the group of death, the India you said before. Did that affect Nepali players' mentality?
Can be affect because when you play in India, when you play especially in Bangalore, that is the win ISL team and the support and is Bangalore is really one of the city where people understand football, people love football, where people follow football. Of course, we have amazing fans like Kerala or like Kolkata or even Goa. But also Bangalore is it's one of city where the football is improving so much, where they have many teams inside this city, where the people, the atmosphere that was living over there, create India more strong. So India for sure was when I saw in the group stage India, I know that they will have a reality power for the group stage, and I know also what can influence the player when they see the name of India inside them. Even we are a big rival, even we have also great game versus them.
Yeah.
And we just miss a bit the physicality to reach the 90 minutes at the high level. But we, so far, as I say, we have done so well with this India. Versus Kuwait, the first game, I don't like the first half. Personally, the approach of the tournament of some player, I don't say the team, some player, I didn't like. And I did change in the second game because important if that player for me that are ready 100% to, as I say in the bad word, like kill themselves for the country. This is my behavior because I give 100% for Nepal, and this is what I want also transmit to my player. They must be proud. They must represent the country. You know, in the world, around the world, I listen because I coach in 11 now, different country. I listen many times the people. "Oh, I will do everything possible for win this game." Many person, many player explain this, but they don't do this. I want that my player is not only explain and do. I mean, they must do it. They must make it reality. I don't scare. Personally, I don't scare with no one country, no one team in my life, and no one country. I create all the time expectation on my player to win versus each country. And versus India, we was maybe only afraid to score in the first half. If we maybe improve this, that can be done also about experience, because we was with a lot under 22, under 21 players in the game. It will be in the future. I think it will be very improvising for the future of Nepal. Versus Pakistan, we miss, like I count 5-6 chances in front of the keeper. We don't play so much great ball possession from the back, but we create a lot of chances. I want to see my team create, and we also score with one young player, 18 years old, Chaudhary. I'm so happy for him, and this can create a future for our in one player that can create future also for our country.
So, what was our weak link in team? And what was the satisfactory part?
Weak link team was missing about experience, international experience. Missing about also feeling each other, because we don't do training at all. I have done 3-4 training, and these 3-4 trainings you train them and know the high dance intensity, and I think this will make the team more unique. And this is only the weak point. For sure, we can see as a coaching when they make analysis versus us. For sure, they will see that maybe in set position, in free kick, in defensive phase, in corner kick, in defensive phase, we don't have too much high Nepali players, and especially in this period, we don't have a lot centimetry to mark man-to-man in set position. So this is take us in my 7 game till when I start with 3 national country competition here in Nepal. I can see that we take 3 goal in corner kick, and this is very painful because I study each particular, especially in the defensive phase, and we cannot take 3 goals because maybe we have only short centimeter. We need to work on this, and maybe as I say, experience, but maybe also something missing about personality to play from the back. Keep the ball more under control. We was not sure when attack and not sure when defend. Sometimes you need to turn around and play more horizontal ball instead of to vertical ball. We need to understand when we can attack with 5-6 players, and we need to understand when we need to attack with 2-3 players. This you have, only when you play, when you mistake. In this tournament, I start to play with 4-3-3. Then I change 4-2-3-1. Then in Pakistan game, I even change 3 different systems for let Nepal win. I think we adapt so well in this, and I think the player, especially Nepal player, they are very smart enough to learn fast the system and to play according to my decision. And I hope we can do better and better in the future. I want to add, especially before SAF Championship, because the league was finished on 10. We have all player on 11, but no Roy Chan. That we get Roy Chan only in Philippines on 13. And then we prepare the game for Philippine international friendly game on 15. So we have 1 or 2 days all together, and I can see that if in this international friendly game maybe we draw the game, maybe we boost up something more strong for the future of SAF. I don't want to say that this influenced the SAF, but I would love to say that if we get even one more friendly game, we will be more prepared with SAF Championship, because then we face Kuwait, that is a high quality team that was coming already from 2 international friendly games, and then we face India that was coming from 6 or 7, 8 international friendly game with 2 tournament in them back winning tournament. And then we face Pakistan, where it was coming with another big international tournament with at least 3-4 games in them shoulder. This I want to say that we face all these, like after Philippines we face Kuwait, India and Pakistan with background. They have a more international experience in the last months, because India was working all together at least from 15th of May. Kuwait also coming more before than 15th of May. They was all together because the league was finished and some player they reach all together more early. And Kuwait and also Pakistan the same. They organize international tournament, if I'm not mistaken, Mauritius. So we have done incredible job with a short period, and I wish to have more time, at least 1 month, to keep more organize my team in special in set position, in counter-attack, in defensive phase. Many times we don't make tactical foul. We can make just because we don't have enough experience to do this. We have too much nice in the game, and I believe we can also improve our spiritual performance, that sometimes make a big difference when you face a big team like Kuwait and India.
You said a national team head coach needs 2 to 3 years to build a good team. So how long will we see you in Nepal as a head coach?
But this don't depend about me, no. But for see the improving of the team, real improve, I think, one coach, and for know very well the football in the country, even if it's small country, because Nepal is not that big, but they have a number of the players that they need a chance to be in Nepal national team. Till now, I change a lot of player in Nepal national team. Some player they leave for outside. Some player they will leave for outside. And this is sad. But I have a change also because even you have quality, no all player they have enough mentality to play in national team. They think the national team is only social network, goal scoring, or emotionally quality that one player can see inside one club. But you need to show your quality for the country that is totally different than play for the club. I can see even in Italy, in another country, I mean, there is a player that make a big difference in national team. There is player that make a difference in the club. When I take some new player from national team, they wrote me in the private. I don't stay in social network. I don't handle my social network, but they wrote me and they say, oh, why you take this player? Why you take this player? Why you take this? National team is no about how your performance in the club. It's about how you performance in national team. And sometimes even the person, the player that performance bad in national team, you from outside think the performance bad in national team, but with all respect about each person, I know what is inside the player. I know what is inside the mind of the player. I make the team for win 100%. And I am 38 years old, but I have more than 275 game in my shoulder. I win in 5 different countries. And I believe in Nepali football. We select only winning player with the right mentality to be in the team. This many support and they must understand. And I wish also they support the player. Many times I read some comment, why you take this player, no another player. This message is very bad because this small country as a Nepal, I know all player read the message, and the player that read the message that why you take this and not this, it will be very sad. And the player that maybe is out, they think that is, oh, I have justification of my supporter to be like this, no problem. Coach Anese don't want, what other people want. It's who is out of national team, they must think twice, because if I give opportunity to play and then there are out of national team in this period, it means something was doing no right in the last period. And this means that you don't give 100% to win the game. I believe that each person that I select for the national team, when I give one name, is because I trust him 100%. If you don't do what I want, for sure you will be out from national team. And in Nepal football, it's not that you select one player and there is another guy is more high than him. No. In Nepali football, there are a lot of talent, and almost each talent they have almost similar quality. So the mentality, they can make a big difference between one player and another player.
So when you came to Nepal, you said, I will help Nepali players to play in foreign leagues. Even we saw Savitra Bhandari.
Yeah.
Can we expect more on it?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Be honestly, I work each day for this. Abroad, example, India, I will say when I go ahead with some India agent, or when go ahead with some India sport director or India president, all the time they want strong body players. So that's why they select Asian quota from a different country. But I think when they see the game versus India versus Nepal, they can understand that we have a really great quality. Some player, but really they are new in the football, new about 1, 2, 3 years, and they really can play abroad. Plus we have experienced player, Ananta, that central back, he can play abroad. Even Ananta was expecting something more for SAF from him, something more experience for him, and but he's one of the player that he can play abroad for sure. He have personality, he have good air jumping, he can be also a good scorer. It can be also a leader, defensive leader. I think we also need to give a chance and opportunity as a new talent, as a Choldhury, Ayuk or Dangi, and even Limbu. That was very great job this South. I mean, physicality and aggressive that he have. He reach a lot, intercept a lot of ball in the middle. But also Eric. I mean, we have a lot of talent. Don't forget about Anjan Bista, that give himself example. One player that, as I want to mention, Anjan Bista, like he really destroy him leg for the South, destroy him leg for Nepali, because he is one leader. He was one leader in the field. Is because he's a amazing player. Last years he get no unfortunately good experience in India with Kenkre in I-League, but I think he can play in all I-League, even in ISL, because he is a very quality player with a great mentality. He's a hard worker, and I hope he can reach another level and leave Nepal A Division League for another. They can be in India, they can be in another league nearby, Indonesia. Let's see. But Anjan Bista is another player, as other that I mentioned, that can play abroad and no in Nepal.
Back to SAF Championship, do you think it is a good idea to invite non-South Asian teams in Championship?
This is, I know the size. They make big tournament. They make Lebanon and Kuwait, additional country in South. And I think it can be like if I was another group stage, we can progress ourselves in better level, because in that group stage it was Bangladesh, it was Lebanon, he was Maldives, and was also Bangladesh, Maldives, and Bhutan, where I think was a bit more easy than our group stage. Easy more for the mentality of our player when we play versus them, and no form because it was easy as a team, because also them they have a good quality players. And I hope I mean I love to play all the time with quality country. So if they say to us that was Lebanon and Kuwait, we accept them, and we need to face them, and we need to performance better than what we have done in this SAF Championship 2023.
So you already announced the initial team for FIFA World Cup qualifier. What is your next plan?
I announced my team, my 30 player. Plus I monitor some other player with my colleague. This will be in the 1st August we start the preparation, and this time we have a bit more time to prepare first the international friendly game that I hope we can play. We still negotiate to play with a strong opponent, and that we play abroad or here, I don't know, it doesn't matter for me. And then we will prepare a World Cup qualification that can be home away, and it will be a good test for us. We need to performance better that we have done in SAF Championship.
Anything to say Nepali football fans?
Well, Nepali football fans, I would love to be more positive. To each time I post some, because then I go to see some social network. Each time I post some new team or some new players, I read some absurd comment like mafia, ANFA, mafia, this coach select the player in base of somebody. I mean, personally, I select the player. No one say I select the player with my staff, but even myself is very inside the player. No one, I can say, push me to select one player or another player. President and the GS of the team, of Nepal team, they don't know even the player that was selected all the time. When I show the list, they just sign and they don't say So each time I select a player, it's myself. I don't get involved in all this political. I don't know why they love to speak about politically. I mean, I select the team and they start to speak about political in NFA. I mean, what's wrong with these people? I can see. I mean, the relationship with me and politically is zero. I don't know who control the political, who is in charge of this, and I don't care, because if you one day, one person say to me, you don't need to select this player, you need to take another player, for sure I will leave the job. In Nepal football, I come here in Nepal without no one for sure it will decide to me. No one will choose for me, because I have strong personality. No one can even speak, that this player is bad. There are a lot of coach that when they start to speak, you say, you are Mourinho, I answer to them. You are somebody, you win some trophy, you done something in international level. If you don't done all this, don't speak at all with me. So I'm totally strict with them, and I don't listen no one's suggestion. I follow all in my head, and I wish that also the supporter that love Nepal football, but really love, not the supporter that there are maybe linked with political sides, then attack me or attack ENFA only for political sides. Support that love football. They need football in Nepal. They need to support all players that I select. I don't like that many times there are again a bit some player, there are again, it's no right, because I don't get influence about no one. And I wish that this person understand the value of the media, that all the time you wrote some negative comment, they kill them, the behavior of the player that was selected. I want support from them that can give big plus for the incoming game that we will do. Because we play international game, we don't play A division league, where A division, with all respect, is 3 months league, where most of the coaching play 4-2-3-1. Most of the coach, they don't have physical coach, they don't have match analysis coach. Most of the coach many of coach, they do, when they go even warm up, or when we do in training ground, they do in the training ground in one field, 2 team. I mean, we play international game where everybody is involved at the high level. So everybody must understand, everybody must learn some thinking. Many times I invite also the coach of A division to come to speak with me, to learn some thinking from me, because we have different background, different experience, and they show only 4 coach in 14 coach that there are in 16 many team that are in A division, or in female or national team, or I invite them to speak with me, but all the time no one shows. And I'm very sad for this. I would love that more coach come and ask a question, why you did this, why you don't make this. I would love that a Nepali coach try to learn something, because because personally I'm professionally. I have 11 and 10 years in university teacher, secondary teacher in physical education. After this, I become coach in many countries, and I have a lot to say in football in Nepal, and I wish they can improve more and more also themselves. Because take a license, A license, B license, don't help them to develop in themselves. Many people think, okay, you have a B license, A license, yeah, we are okay. No, you need to learn from the best. I personally go to Barcelona, Milan, Zenit, learn something from them, and I wish they can learn something from me as well.
Okay, we have done all these questions.
Yeah.
One last in one word.
Sure.
Okay. Messi or Ronaldo?
Nice question, all the time, this question. For sure, I would love to say that Messi is big talent. Also, Ronaldo is big talent. But between them, I support the mentality of Ronaldo, that is more hard worker. Ronaldo show, I think, a bit more in many team. Ronaldo was superb in Manchester, in Portugal, with the country, in the Real Madrid, in Spain, in Italy with Juventus. Ronaldo in Saudi Arabia now is superb. I mean, Ronaldo is show to all time is something plus, that really changed the mentality of the team, he become all the time the best scoring of the team. And this I don't see in Messi. Messi, when he go to French, I saw that in Paris Saint-Germain he was Mbappé, that he take more highlights than him. It's very hard to say who is better, Messi or Ronaldo, but personally I prefer Ronaldo because he have done, and because he's a hard worker.
Okay, last one. Which is your favorite team in Europe?
Why? For sure. I mean, when I was young, I love Maldini, Gattuso, Seedorf, Zvonimir Boban, Baresi, so Milan, HC Milan, Costa Curta. I mean, were really Milan of Sacchi, the coach Sacchi, and change a bit the football around Europe and in the world. But later on, when I start to be like a professional player, when I start to play, I saw that because I love one player so much, Ronaldo, phenomenal. I love to start to love Inter, because we say also Inter never give up. No, is one team, crazy Inter. We call Pazza Inter. Crazy Inter, because he never give up. He can win 4-3, 5-4 in the last minutes of the game. So I love to see. I change my love for Inter Milan. So these two teams that are my lovely team. That it's my dream to be back to Serie A and face them as a coach. It will be one of my dream of my life.
Okay, do you have anything to say?
No, I just really hope that Nepali football start to love more our player, love what we done, what we propose. I want to play more in attacking style. I will, and we don't see this till now. I will say my personal criticism about myself. And I wish we can play more attacking style. I wish we can score more goal, and I wish we can create something unique that is never done before in Nepali football.
थ्याङ्क यू कोच।
Thank you so much.